Hello degenerates and welcome to another Duck Hunt, well actually kind of just a Smash Ultimate general guide. Today we're going to be looking at a specific tech that was brought to life in Brawl, but used a lot in Smash 4 in certain instances depending on the character how good it was, and it's back here in Smash Ultimate as well. What I'm going to be talking about by the title suggestion is Run Turnaround Cancel, also known as RTC. So what RTC is basically whenever you run in this game, there's this little skid animation that you see right here. So if I'm running in the other direction, you have to go through this little skid animation. So certain characters, you're able to do a lot of really interesting things just because this skid animation will conserve a lot of momentum with it, and allows for a lot of really unique offensive options and sometimes combo opportunities off of it. So Duck Hunt's RTC was actually one of the best in-game in Smash 4. You get a lot of really unique combos and setups, and then also it was a really nice way to just kind of catch people off guard as an approach option. And that's actually no exception again here in Smash Ultimate as well. Definitely, I don't think I've really seen any Duck Hunts take advantage of it at all in this game. And definitely I want to bring back to light this tech because I think it's often overlooked and how useful it can be in a lot of situations. So, of course, before we continue on, let's just talk about running in Smash Ultimate in general. Well, I think one of the main reasons why you don't really see this tech come up is just because, now in this game you can just cancel your run animation to anything as long as you let go of the stick. You can do any tilts. You can even do any smash attacks that you want, and F smash the wrong way, run, and then F tilt so you're not just confined to dash attack or dash canceling into your smash attacks, which was something you could do in Smash 4 as well. In this case, basically what we're going to be looking at is how we can get more distance off this cancel. Well, not that cancel, but a cancel that works sort of similar. So, as I mentioned before, Run Turnaround Cancel is canceling this animation here when you're sliding. So to just kind of show it to you in motion, when you do your dash, you're in full dash. So in this case, you need to be holding the direction that you're running the entire time. And then instead of setting your stick back to neutral, you're going to be hitting the opposite direction. So now we have entered the skid animation. So this animation is active frame 1 when you start doing your turnaround. Or versus if I am doing my dash cancel, now I'm letting go of the stick. And now I can, in this case, I buffered it too early. I just had 1 frame there. And now I let go of the stick, neutral, jab, and then there. So basically there's a little buffer window. I'm not exactly sure what the exact specifics are before you can cancel it into any move you want, but that's what you're used to now. And then, obviously you can count your tilts. But now let's look at the RTC. So, when you do your RTC, obviously you need to get running first. And then what we're going to do next is we're going to cancel into our turnaround. So there we go. You can see is the animation changed. That's how you know you're in the turnaround. And in this case, we're going to buffer an F tilt. So if you have your C stick set to tilt, you can do it like that. So I'm going to be doing F tilt in the right direction. And then look at that. I slid all the way forward, right there at that, kind of right where that stick, that 1 unit was, and I've already slid across 1.5. And then even after I get this hit, you're going to see I'm still sliding forward a little bit afterwards too. So very, very, very useful for that. And because, in that case, I'm just using my direction. So if I do that, if I do the turnaround cancel with facing the other direction, you can see that I'm doing my F tilt while sliding backwards and doing it. So this way I can poke a little bit safer with F tilt. Where this gets interesting is that you can also be doing things like down tilt facing forward as well. So in this case, you can actually do a sliding approach with down tilt, and this is how it works. So in this case, we're going to be doing our RTC. So we're going back into it right here. We're going to be doing... we're going to do the turnaround. So if I want to do it normal, if I just hold down on the C stick, I would be doing down tilt facing backwards while sliding back. However, if I start running, and then I do the turnaround cancel, and then I let go of the control stick, and then I hold down on the C stick, now I'm going to be doing down tilt facing forward. So think about it like this. Instead of letting your control stick go back to neutral, you're hitting the back direction to start the turnaround, and then you hit C stick. You can even hold the you do back on the analog stick and then you do down on the C stick, but you have to make sure you set the control stick back to neutral, because if you hold the direction for the turnaround, then he's going to do the down tilt in the turnaround direction, versus if you let go, it actually cancels, so that way he slides forward. So in this case, as you can see, he's sliding forward a pretty significant amount. In this case, what we're going to do is we're going to do the turnaround animation at 5. So now I'm in my run, we're about halfway through, turnaround starts, and now we're going to do down tilt. So you see right there, we slide about 2 units forward, and then just about 2 units forward with down tilt, and I believe with F tilt we can actually get a little bit more distance on it. In this case, in the run animation, now we turn around here, and now we're going to F tilt forward. And then in this case, yeah, we just end up in the same. So not exactly 2 units on here, but close to 2 units. The other thing that's kind of neat too is you can actually do this with smash attacks. Obviously, to make it work the way that you would want it to, you will want to do this with something like smash stick. So then that way you can get like the maximum distance off of it. So in this case, what we're going to do is we're going to run. We're going to turn around here, and now we're going to input down smash. And let go. So the thing that's interesting about this tech is that if your attack animation forces you to change like the way that your character like does a motion or something, it will completely cancel the entire slide that you get. I'll show you a pretty good example right now with King K. Rool. First thing I gotta do is put him in control, and I'm gonna be showing you a couple of different attacks with him. So first we'll show off like his normal roll turnaround cancel. So in this case, we'll have him dash. I just realized I haven't set to smash stick. So the first run turnaround cancel we're going to do is we're going to be doing, actually I should have duck and run away. There we go. So the first one that we're going to do is we're going to do down smash with King K. Rool. So in this case, he's going to be running here. And you're going to notice that his run turnaround cancel isn't going to go as far. We're going to wait until the 6 or the 4 unit line. And now we're going to do the turnaround. There we go. And now we are going to do down smash. And now he's doing it. And as you see, the entire time, one thing that's kind of unique with this one is a lot of the animations that do this should technically halt him, but for some odd reason, this actually doesn't affect down smash at all. During the charging animation that you're doing for your smash attacks, your character will slide the entire time, but the second you release certain smash attacks, it will stop the momentum. With up smash will show that. So there, he can actually do a flying down smash, so he can move forward a little bit, just to, if you need to do like that weird micro spacing, so that way you can arm remove and then just get the sweet spot there. That's where it's important. So with him, you know, we did the turnaround cancel right about here, and then we ended up right about here. So he's he's kind of like 1.75 in terms of how far he slides, if you do it perfectly for down smash. Of course, with K. Rool, you can do it with his tilts, but since we don't have tilt stick on with him, it's going to be a little bit hard to do. So the next one that I'm going to show you off is up smash. So up smash is one of those smash attacks where it is going to completely cancel his momentum. So now we're going to input the up smash. And now we're just going to let go. And see, just because I let go there, he immediately stopped in place. So his smash attack, up smash, not good for sliding. Now, if I do the charge animation instead, turn around, and now I'm going to charge. Now you see that I'm sliding back a little bit. This one doesn't slide too far, and that kind of goes back into that whole thing of different attacks slide different distances. And now the second I let go, there he goes. So like kind of to show you just like how good it can be with other moves. Let me see if I can get down tilt out. So now we got that. Turn around. Now hopefully I can tilt the stick in a way where it'll recognize down tilt. But I kind of ruined it there. But yeah, see, he can slide back, so you can just do some really, really good spacing with that. But just like with Duck Hunt, you can do it sliding forward as well. And I don't have to tell you how scary that is. That hitbox that he has is absolutely gigantic on that end. You know, if you are able to land a berry with it, you are going to immediately kill your opponents. Just to briefly show off, we'll show off what Duck Hunt smash attacks look like with the turnaround cancel. In this case, we're gonna do F smash first, so turnaround cancel, and now F smash. There we go, confirmed. But yeah, so here he still slides about the same distance. So if you want to start your F smash a little bit further ahead, this is pretty good to do just because in this case, it takes long enough for the attack to come out that it doesn't come out in weird spots. But you know, if you're going to be doing something like, jumps, like up smash, all you have to do is just do jump canceled up smash. Actually, wait, can you not? Oh, you can't jump cancel up smash in this game. I did not realize that. Oh, I just realized because of the way the game works, it's actually going to prioritize. It's going to always do that short hop area. So yeah, you can't do that. So in this case, yeah, you might want to do. If you do have a smash stick on, you actually might want to do the run turnaround cancel. So in this case, let's run a little bit more. Turn around, up smash. So in this case, you're going to always be facing backwards, so you won't be able to do it, really. And he just stops almost the second that thing lets go, so. Okay, so up smash should be the one thing that you don't really do. You're just going to be running up and doing that. But yeah, overall, so why is this so good for Duck Hunt? Obviously, as you saw, the distance that he goes is extremely good. And then specifically F-tilt, you know, you can get kills with that, so at the ledge. Like specifically, let's say you're trying to ledge trap somebody. Actually, let's show off how good that scenario. So, you know, I'm right here. The ledge is pretty close to me. I'm gonna do my turnaround, and now I'm gonna do an F-tilt. So I'm sliding forward that entire time, so I'm able to catch a lot more options with that too. So overall, it's just gonna add like a lot more that can be covered with it. And I just cover more range with it while the hitbox stays the same. So overall, it'll give you more coverage there. So neutral, you'll be able to cover a lot more. And then the other one too, which I think the one that it's a little bit more important for is down tilt, just because down tilt's a better neutral option. Because in this case, now that I do down tilt, I'm like crouch sliding and doing an attack at the same time. That sets up for, you know, a tech situation and all that stuff. So this is really, really good to approach against a lot of characters. Like, you know, there's certain characters that have like tether grabs and all that stuff, and this will duck under that. So like, let's say ZSS went for a grab and you did this, then you'd be able to slide right under her and get a punish at the same exact times. So that's really valuable to have. And it's really not too hard to do. Of course, like I was showing it there. I was showing it like there in slow motion, but like with enough practice, you can get it down pretty consistently. And the nice thing is, so what you want to do is like, to kind of give you like a visual, think about doing the turnaround as like flicking your analog stick. So when you flick it, you flick your analog stick back as you flick your C stick down, and that's the best way to get that out. Of course, practice both directions so you're not just used to doing it one way. So it's like if you are, if you're getting the one where you're turning backwards, that means you're doing the C stick a little bit too late, or you're just holding a little bit too long on the turnaround. And remember, you do need to get past the initial dash. So it's kind of useless if you do it a little bit too early. But yeah, that's kind of the tech in a nutshell though. So like every character, you are able to slide forward, but with whatever character you're playing, do make sure you check to see exactly how effective it is. Because not all characters are going to get the same slide. Like let's say if I do the slide, I move forward this far forward, I don't really know if it's going to help too much. But like in the case of like Duck Hunt or Rool, you do slide like, you know, you do slide forward like a whole character length. So with a lot of like really unique things, or it's like let's say someone's trying to approach me from behind, it can help a lot with like spacing out landings that are coming behind you. It's just, you know, make sure you're not canceling, you're not doing an attack cancel with it, and then you'll be good. And of course, you can accidentally get the dash attack to come out if you do it wrong, but generally speaking, shouldn't have to worry about that too much. And there we go. Alright, so real quick before we go, I'm going to be talking about pivot grab in place. So standing pivot grab, this was a tech that was at least popularly labbed by Plague Vault Karma. I believe she was the first one to discover it. If I'm wrong about that, it's not really well documented. But, you know, as of right now, I'm going to say she's the one that discovered it. And basically what you're doing is you're immediately canceling your dash animation into a pivot grab. So in this case, what you do is I'm going to hold left. So I've got my dash out. And now I'm going to hit grab and C-stick in the opposite direction. So in this case, C-stick right. So in this case, C-stick is going to act like a directional input. It's not going to bring out an attack at all. So if I press grab and C-stick in the right direction, there you go. You're going to see that pivot grab has come out now. And as you can see, Duckhunt's pivot grab is ridiculously disjointed and easily one of the largest regular grabs out there. If not, it is the largest standard grab. So not tether grab or not whatever Greninja has, just the largest disjointed standard grab, and it's completely ridiculous. So, you know, this is something that you can do to easily freak out your opponent. So, you know, in this case, like if I landed and then I just did that, then, you know, most people aren't used to a grab reaching them from that distance just off of a tomahawk. So it's something that you can really abuse with anybody that has a really long pivot grab. One important thing to note about pivot grabs in general is that pivot grabs have less cooldown compared to dash grabs. Dash grabs will generally be like 4 frames laggier compared to doing a pivot grab. So, you know, you're not going to have to wait as long. Of course, standard grab is going to have less cooldown, but pivot grab has a lot more range to it, as you can see right there. Pivot grab is just absolutely gigantic. Same with K-Rool. He has a very, very, very big pivot grab as well. And then also you can do it out of dashes as well. However, you have to avoid doing that turnaround animation. If you do this turnaround animation, it will not cancel into a pivot grab forward. It will just do a standard pivot grab. So what you need to do is wait, and then you do your pivot grab there. So let me just kind of illustrate that for you. So we're doing the dash. So I'm resetting my stick to neutral. And then let's say I hit left in the opposite direction. I'm going to get the skid. And if I try to do a pivot grab forward, it's just going to do a reverse pivot grab. So in that case, you do not want that turnaround animation. The turnaround animation that we were just learning about throughout this roll cancel grab is what you do not want. You need to first let him get to a skid, and then you cancel that into your dash backwards, and now you do your pivot grab. And then there you have it. So basically the way you think about it is, you know, like the way you would normally cancel into a jab out of a dash, you're going to cancel it into another dash and then into your pivot grab. So think about it as just executing a standing grab versus doing a dash grab. And then you'll have all the power that you need to approach with pivot grab, and it is a pretty busted approach option for Duckhunt in general. So with that said, I hope that you guys did find this video to be very, very helpful. I hope you'll be able to implement the RTC and these standing pivot grabs into your game, especially with Duckhunt, just because, like, you know, that approach option is really good. Both approach options are actually very good and just very, very good to throw your opponent off in terms of like what their sense of safe space is against Duckhunt. So with that said, I hope you guys are all surviving this pandemic well and all that stuff. I hope that none of your family members have gotten sick, and until then, take care of yourselves until the next one.